a very good maintenance program must have a provision, okay, to be recording your test results each time you go out to carry out your test, okay, so that once a trend is developing, you will see it clearly as from your records. And if you trend it, that is, you plot it, of course, as deviations is happening, you will see it on the trend results, okay. And if there are any actions, or if you feel the deviation is too much, of course you need to take some action, maintenance action, to bring the asset or that operating parameter back to normal, or performance parameter back to normal, okay. So you look at this data for trend. Are you getting? Look at, for example, what you are seeing on the right of your screen now, okay. This is insulation resistance reading, okay, in mega ohms as against the time. You see the various times that these tests were done. So if you look at it from this particular point, you see a downward trend. The insulation is reducing. So if you are vigilant enough, that should tell you that something negative is developing within the equipment, and inform your decision on what to do to bring it back to normal. You see that at this point, the insulation resistance just nosedived, okay, and fall down to the very low and dangerous level. Are we seeing it? So which means that the insulation at this point has failed. This is what always happens when you do not trend, or you ignore the trend, or you do not understand the trend as it is developing. Okay? So after fixing the failed insulation, this is what was gotten. Okay? And then you see the trend, okay, coming back to normal. Are we getting it? So this is the beauty of trending your results, that is recording your results and plotting them. Okay, so as you plot them, the trend becomes very visible to you. If you can't plot them on paper, you can use Excel. Okay, Excel is an office program, okay, that you can use to trend. As you are trending, it will be giving you the plot, and then you will see the trend, okay, as it is developing within the system. Then, as you trend too, your trend results will become the basis for carrying out appropriate maintenance, and also for adjusting the length of time or the frequency that you carry out this testing. Okay. Of course, when you see a trend that is showing rapid deterioration, you can reduce the length of time that you carry out such tests, so that that point of failure, that potential point of failure, you will not mix it. Okay. So we'll come to see all of that later when we consider the bathtub curve. Okay. Especially the area between the potential, that is the potential point of failure, and the point of failure, okay, on the curve. So we do not want to miss that section in our trending. So when our trend is showing, when the test result is showing a downward trend or a deteriorating deterioration in whatever we are testing in our electrical asset, of course we want to increase the frequency, that is, reduce the length of time that we carry out these tests on the electrical assets. Okay. So this is what we were talking about. Of course, if you look at this graph, this is the window that is allowable. Okay. If your test result is between here and here, this is a window that is allowable. Are we getting it? So outside this window, it means that between here and here, it means that something is definitely wrong, especially on the downward part. Okay, so this part is the when failure has actually started, and then you see this downward trend as you are plotting, okay, until it will get to this potential point of failure. Are we getting it? So if the deterioration continues, that if it continues, you see that that degradation will continue until the equipment will eventually fail. Okay, that is the functional failure point, and this is the potential point of failure. So we do not want to miss this region. Are we getting it? So when you come to this area, okay, if you look at the trend, you can actually carry out what is called the fault prognosis. Are you getting it? So you can carry out the fault prognosis. The time that, assuming you give this time as the time that the equipment will fail, of course, it can either fail before or after when you the time that you actually predicted or presumed that the equipment will fail. So if it does happen like that, it is actually normal. Okay, it is normal because from this point you cannot really predict precisely the rate of deterioration, because after this point the rate of deterioration actually may increase, okay, unexpectedly. So if it does so, it will fail before the time that you actually predicted. But if it fails after the time that you predicted, okay, of course you want to that would mean that after that okay, the beauty is that you know that the equipment will fail. You carry out, you can tell maintenance that, look, this equipment will fail several times, so the next available maintenance period before it fails, please carry out the necessary maintenance task on it so that the equipment will not fail catastrophically or unexpectedly. Okay, so you see that the trend or the trending that we do becomes the basis for our maintenance decision. Okay, and if it will even require us to derate the equipment so that we'll be able to manage it till the next scheduled maintenance, we'll reduce the stress on the equipment and manage it till that particular time when we'll be able to carry out, take it offline, carry out maintenance. Okay, so trending is very important when you are carrying out maintenance. You don't test and then forget about your test results. Okay, you test, you record. Very important. Okay, so the test result, when you are trending it, you also have insight as to opportunities for improving performance. Okay, what you need to do to improve the operational performance of the electrical assets, you also be able to determine it based on the trend that you are having.